Okay, this is a continuation of the texturizing class. Uh, Now we're going to use a razor on short hair to show you some different things you can do with short hair. I actually like using the wider teeth combs so I don't have as much tension on the hair. I like to cut the hair the way that it's going to fall. So, let's say one of your techniques is called channeling. Channeling is to get the hair to go in the direction that you want it to. Channeling can be done by taking your razor, putting it directly at the scalp, and moving the hair in the direction that you want it to go. If you notice towards the bottom of my swipe, I'm turning, okay? And it is taking some hair out, not a whole lot, it's taking some out. Now what's going to control the amount of hair that I take out is the angle of my razor, not the pressure that I'm putting on it, okay? Another thing you can do for a short haircut, and this one is actually pretty fun, is you're going to do a razor comb, where you're combing and razoring at the same time. Now if you notice, I'm just taking the razor over the surface of the hair. By doing that, I'm controlling the direction that I want the hair to go in. If you notice, everything on this mannequin is starting to lay nice and flat up against the nape. So I know exactly where I need to take my weight out. And by doing this, I'm controlling the direction of the hair also. If you can see this, turn it sideways. If you notice, the mannequin isn't sticking out. This in the front is coming around to the front just like I wanted it to. I'm taking my razor and bringing it around to the front. Bringing my razor down and around to the front. By doing that, I'm automatically creating that movement. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing as I go down a little bit further. And come down into the nape area and do the same thing. By doing this, I'm removing bulk without really taking off any of the length. The length is where I want it. I'm just texturizing the hair so I can get as much control out of it as possible. Okay, that's called channeling with your razor. Okay, like I said, you're going to go right at the scalp and channel the hair in the direction that you want it to fall. Okay, now let's go over with some shears, what we can do with short hair. Okay, and of course we know we can always point cut, which is taking the hair, lifting it up. I'm doing this wet this time because I am going to release some weight. Okay, now when releasing weight is where I need to release weight. Okay, the way I find that hair is I want to know where it bends. Okay, so move the hair around and I'm going to let it fall where it's supposed to. Okay, if I see something falling in the wrong direction, I know that I have to go in and either slice that out like that, or with these shears I can actually come around and do it this way. Okay, so we're doing the same technique with the shears. You're going in and you're channeling that hair out. Another way to do it is in this direction. As you can see, my shears are not all the way open. They only open slightly. You never open your shears more than about a quarter, half inch on the tip of the blades. Okay, so you're going to go about a quarter of your blade to a half inch. No more than that. You don't need to cut with any more of that on your shear. Okay, like I said, the angle on these, because they have the thumb, I'm able to do a little bit more as far as texturizing and moving the hair in the direction I want it to. Now, let's say somebody has short hair and they want it all to go forward. You can do the same technique by going forward. Okay, it's the angle of your shears. If you notice, the shears taking out a lot more than the razor, it's because I have a nice heavy blade. Okay, now this is basically just taking a little texture out of the ends. If you notice, I'm using my fingers to manipulate the hair, not a comb. I'm moving the hair around to make sure that it's doing what I want it to. Okay, now in the nape area, you can do the same thing. If you want this nape to hug that head nice and tight, hug it nice and tight. Okay, you can either take your shears, have your customer lean her head over, and just really tip out that bottom part. Which some of you might lose control. Okay, or you can take your razor and do the scooping technique that we were doing before. I hold your head over and I come down and around into the hair. So I'm coming down and around, down tapering it in right here in the hairline where I want it to. Following the shape of the head, right at that occipital bone is where I'm starting to taper it down. Taper it down. Okay? Now, if you want to see the difference on the way that this side lays, look at how that side lays. Nice and smooth, nice and tight to the head. You can move that hair in any direction you want it to because it's texturized. Okay? So, by texturizing the hair, you're going to get movement, you're going to get control. So again, same techniques. You can do your channeling with your razor. You'll do the same thing. Take out just a little bit of hair, just what you want, just a little. You can also make that hair come out by flipping that hair out and doing it. Okay? If you have hair that flips out and you want it to go under, one of the things you can do is go up underneath and scoop that hair out towards the face. That's automatically going to make that hair come right towards the face. Okay? So that is another one of our techniques that you can use. That's using the razor and the shears. Thank you.